The 20th century didn't just change the world, it shattered it, and from the fragments of two world wars, economic collapse, and seismic social shifts, the playwrights of Britain and America held up a new kind of mirror. This wasn't the polished glass of Victorian drawing rooms. This was a cracked, distorted, and brutally honest reflection of the human condition. Welcome to the drama of modern British and American literature, a theatre of anxiety, rebellion, and radical form. In post-war Britain, the air was thick with disillusionment. The empire was fading, class barriers remained rigid, and a generation felt promised a new world that never arrived. Onto this stage stormed the angry young men. Their weapon of choice was kitchen sink realism. Plays like John Osborne's Look Back in Anger 1956 exploded onto the scene. Gone were the witty aristocrats of drawing room comedy. In their place was Jimmy Porter, a volatile, educated working-class man trapped in a cramped attic flat, railing against the establishment, his wife, and the crushing pain of being alive. The setting was domestic, the dialogue was raw, and the anger was electric. It wasn't just a play, it was a manifesto for a generation that refused to be silent. This movement, including writers like Arnold Wesker Roots and Shelagh Delaney, A Taste of Honey, gave voice to the marginalized. They turned the spotlight on the working class, on women, on the daily struggles for dignity, making the ordinary tragically heroic. Across the Atlantic, the American dream was being scrutinized under a harsh psychological light. While America projected post-war prosperity, its playwrights excavated the loneliness, desperation, and fragile myths festering beneath. Tennessee Williams crafted poetic tragedies of bruised souls and repressed desire. In A Streetcar Named Desire 1947, the faded Southern belle Blanche DuBois clashes with the brutish, vital Stanley Kowalski. It's a battle between illusion and reality, gentility and raw power, with Williams's lyrical dialogue heightening the emotional violence. His world was one of mendacity, fragile beauty, and inevitable breakdown. Arthur Miller, meanwhile, wielded drama as a social and moral scalpel. Death of a Salesman 1949 is the definitive tragedy of the common man. Willy Loman, who believes in being well-liked, is crushed by the capitalist machine that discards him. Miller fused domestic drama with the scale of Greek tragedy, asking, is someone who never had a chance to be great worthy of a tragic fall? His answer reshaped modern tragedy. But how do you dramatize a world that seemed to have lost its meaning? Enter theater of the absurd. While primarily European, Beckett, Ionesco, its influence bled deeply into British and American stages. It presented a universe devoid of logic, where communication fails and action is futile. Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot 1953, though Irish, became the defining text. Two tramps wait for a savior who never comes, filling time with circular vaudevillian chatter. It was comedy as existential nightmare. British playwright Harold Pinter mastered the comedy of menace. In plays like The Birthday Party and The Homecoming, realistic settings are invaded by unspoken threats, terrifying pauses, and linguistic games. Pinter showed that the true drama and the true horror lies in what is not said, in the spaces between the words. As the century wore on, drama fragmented, mirroring a postmodern world of media saturation and contested histories. Linear narratives gave way to collage, direct address, and radical politics. In Britain, Churchill became a titan of formal innovation. In Top Girls 1982, she uses a surreal dinner party with historical women to dissect the costs of Thatcherite feminism. Cloud 9 1979 uses cross-gender and cross-racial casting to explode notions of identity, sexuality, and colonialism. Her plays are intellectual, emotional, and structurally breathtaking. America saw the rise of the epic political drama. Tony Kushner's Angels in America 1991 is a gay fantasia on national themes, blending realism, fantasy, history, and theology to tackle AIDS, Reaganism, and redemption. It declared that the personal, political, and spiritual were inextricably linked on a grand theatrical scale. Playwrights like Suzan-Lori Parks' Top Dog or Underdog and an Endeavor Smith verbatim documentary theater continued to break form, using jazz-like repetition, historical reclamation, and polyphonic voices to center Black America as stories and challenge the very nature of truth on stage. From the angry kitchens of Britain to the neon-lit porches of America, from the silent pauses of Menace to the fantastical visits of angels, modern drama has proven to be our most resilient living mirror. It doesn't just show us who we are, it shows us the structures we live in, the lies we tell, and the desperate, beautiful ways we seek connection in a fractured world. The stage remains a vital space for confrontation, empathy, and asking the brutal, beautiful question, how do we live now? The curtain never truly falls. This conversation, like the drama itself, is ongoing. What play shattered a mirror for you? Which modern voice from Porter's anger to Kushner's angels resonates most deeply? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the dialogue as dynamic as the stage itself. If this exploration into the theater of our times sparked a connection, subscribe for more journeys into the art that defines us. The curtain may not fall, but the house lights are up and we're eager to hear your voice.